Welcome back, students. In this video, we're going to be discussing and working through assignment 3 as part of PBL 2, erasing food waste. So as usual, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to go to the springisd.org website, which brings us to the district homepage. From here, we're going to select the Empowered Learning at Home icon, and then we're going to scroll to our grade, 6th grade. This will take us to our Erase Food Waste assignment link, where we can access the information for all of the assignments. And here, when we click that, we see this long document that has all the information that we need for PBL 2. So we are going to focus on assignment number 3 in this video, technical brief parts 1 through 3. In order to do that, we're going to preview what does the technical brief parts 1 through 3 look like. And so I'm going to just open the document and we're going to take a look at the questions and what it asks of us. Right? We're not going to actually be able to complete it just yet because we have quite a bit of research, reading, and video watching to do before we can actually answer these questions. But as usual, I'm going to make a copy of the document by clicking that blue button that I just clicked where it said make a copy. Once my copy is made, I'm going to erase make a copy, and I'm going to change copy of to WMS, and I'm going to add my name at the end of the document to make it my own. And then even though I'm not completing the document just yet, I'm going to go ahead and share it with my teacher now so I don't forget to share it with my teacher once I have it finished. This way she can provide feedback as I'm working on it. Remember to make sure this pencil is an icon, or this icon is a pencil, so that my teacher is able to edit my document. Once I click send, it will go to her email. And even though I'm not finished with it, she will know that I'm just sharing it with her because I am still in the process of working on it, okay? So now we can take a look at what the technical brief parts 1 through 3 look like. It says, now that you have analyzed a problem, proposed and refined a solution, and developed a pitch for your idea, you will create a technical brief describing your product and the process you use to find a solution. So parts 1 through 3 don't actually do all 3 of these things, right? Because remember, the pitch is at the very end. So parts 1 through 3 only focus on the beginning, analyzing a problem and proposing and refining a solution, okay? So here, part 1 says, briefly describe your solution and how it solves the problem or challenge you identified. So we're all looking to solve the same problem, and that problem is marketing ugly foods, which we'll learn a lot more about once we get into the research part of these assignments. But everybody has the same problem. Now, the assignment is to determine what solution you want to come up with to assist in marketing ugly foods. Part 2 says, describe the mathematics, science, and engineering you researched to design your product. Include links to websites and other resources you used. So depending on your solution that you come up with for marketing and selling ugly foods, you may need to use math, science, and engineering in order to do that. So this is where you explain what math, science, or engineering you used in your solution for marketing ugly foods. And then part 3 is where you describe the decisions you made to choose your design and the challenges you had to overcome. So why did you choose this particular design for your solution, and what was difficult about it? What did you have to think about and consider in choosing this design? So these are the first 3 questions that we have to answer for the technical brief. And in order to answer these questions, we have to see what does the document, the challenge brief, tell us to do. So what are our resources here? Notice that there are no links here. That does not mean that we can just go ahead and start doing the assignment because there are no links. For this particular unit, we need to scroll down and we need to actually look at the information that's provided. So you'll notice this is where the beginning of assignment 3 starts on page 5. So here we have an entire summary, okay? It says, in the US, we throw away over 50% of all produce, often because it's too ugly. it's been on the shelf for too long, or customers just won't buy it or eat it. Much of this food is perfectly acceptable. It tastes great and is safe to eat. Food waste is a big problem. It hurts the environment and wastes important resources like water, land, and fuel. This is an opportunity for the creative entrepreneur who wants to make money in the food industry while also solving a social problem. So in this assignment, you are the creative entrepreneur. You're the person who wants to create a way to make money while also solving this food waste problem. The scenario says, for years, entrepreneurs have been trying to make money on customers' eating habits. This includes inventing food products and starting farms, grocery stores, or restaurants. More recently, entrepreneurs have begun looking for ways to combine their concern for social issues like food waste with their interest in food. When done right, food entrepreneurs can make money and have a positive impact on society, right? Because we waste less food. One way entrepreneurs are addressing food waste is through sliding price scales. A sliding price scale charges customers different amounts of money for the same food depending on things like time of day or the appearance and age of the food. In some sliding scales, the price goes down by a certain percentage every hour, day, or week. For example, at a grocery store that uses a sliding price scale, it might cost less to buy a banana with spots, ugly and less fresh, than it does to buy a spotless yellow banana, pretty and fresh. So your challenge is going to be, right, sliding price scales can be used in many different food-related businesses. Your challenge is to design a food-related business that uses a sliding price scale to reduce food waste. You must create your sliding price scale based on market research, use percent discounts in your sliding scale, show how your sliding price scale will be applied, and describe how your idea will reduce food waste. So these relate to the technical brief because this is where you do your math, right? And question number 2 asks for you to describe the mathematics, science, and engineering you research to design your product. So when you're talking about your sliding scale, that information is going to go on part 2. So let's keep going to see what else we need to do in order to start and complete assignment number 3. So here it says, one key to designing a business is to be a skilled writer and researcher. The ability to take in information, analyze for accuracy, and synthesize contributes to a successful task completion. Being a skilled reader, writer, and communicator helps in all careers. The assignments will build your skills in evaluating sources, synthesizing information, understanding cultural impact, writing, revising, and editing. So those are some things that we're going to have to do as we complete the assignments in PBL 2. So now we get into the assignments, right? We've already started working on our check-in and project plan, and you'll note there is going to be another video on completing the project plan for assignment 3, the technical briefs part 1 through 3. So you'll need to watch that so you can fill in that part on your project plan as well. We've already worked through assignment number 2, and now we are here for assignment number 3. Notice this is where you find all of the resources for assignment number 3. And there are quite a bit, right? There is a video to watch, questions to answer. There is an article to read here and something to think about while you read that article. There is another article here. There is another article here. There are also other questions to answer on your own after you read those articles. There is another video here. There's another article here. And then here are the Shark Tank videos that you can watch that you can get familiar with the process, right? These are all of the resources just to be able to complete assignment number 3, the technical brief questions 1 through 3. So it's not just reading one article and then completing assignment number 3. It's very involved, okay? So in our next set of videos, I'm going to walk you through these resources and completing them so that you can complete your assignment number 3. This is just the introduction of the resources for completing assignment number 3. So be sure to go back to the YouTube channel and check out the other parts to complete assignment number 3.